What have you seen out of you guys defensively in preseason? And where do you think you can improve on that end?
There's always room for improvement. I think that the biggest thing is Van Gundy has empowered them to be super aggressive, and that they can't make a mistake as long as they're playing hard and, like I said, being aggressive. And so guys, active hands. Typically early in the season, the defense will be ahead of the offense anyway. I think we got 20 steals the other night. So our emphasis has been on the defensive side of things, and his terminology, I think the guys are starting to get used to it. So it's just something that we got to continue to build on. But I think we're all, as a staff, very happy with where we are defensively right now.
What's it like to get used to a new coach? Like, the rest of you guys have been here, but you got someone new running the defense. What's that like from a coaching staff perspective?
I don't think it's that much of a big deal. I think Van Gundy's approach has been more him adjusting to us and trying to get used to what what their strengths are and what their weaknesses are, and then protecting one another. So it's been pretty seamless. The defensive coordinator usually has to kind of be the guy that's the asshole, because you got to be tough and you got to hold everybody accountable. So sometimes when he's being that, we have to be the good cops to kind of balance things out. But it's been good for us.
You're a good cop?
I'm going to reserve my comment on that.
How good is it, though, to see Jeff back on the sidelines?
It's
this side of things?
You know what? It's great. I always enjoyed his commentary when he was on ESPN because he called it like he saw it. And so we're getting a dose of that, in terms of, like I said, there's no man above the law. He holds every man 1 through 15 or however many guys we have accountable on the defensive end. Obviously, he has a lot of energy that he brings to practice every day and intensity as well.
How has games looked as far as, there's going to be a bit of a workload on him to carry the team with Kawhi?
He's been good. He's been good with it, and I think that one of the things that we're trying to be cognizant of as a staff is not overloading him, and so a lot of situations we're taking him off the ball because teams are starting to bring defenders up to try to wear him down as the game goes on. So we're just kind of feeling out who can bring the ball up and initiate the offense, and then use him a little bit more on the second side.
Hey, who are some of you guys better wing defenders on this team?
Well, I think starting with Derrick Jones Jr., I think he's been very, very good for us in that capacity. We saw a glimpse of it last year in the playoffs, with him on PG. But he's been good. Chris Dunn has been good. Kevin Porter Jr. has been really good. And then obviously T-Man and Amir. So we have versatility in terms of guys that can play multiple positions and defend multiple positions. So that should be a strength of ours.
Is Jay a better defender than we have come to hear or even know about?
He is. Well, one of the things he's always been good at is when he switches on the bigger players and they have him down in the post, he's very good. He can strip the ball really well. And because he's so cerebral, he's a really good team defender. A lot of times individually, teams will try to call him up and put him in the action. And I think at times that he's been broken down. It's more due to fatigue because of all the load that he carries on the offensive side. But with this philosophy that Van Gundy has instilled, everybody, like I said, is being held accountable in terms of our team defense. And you can't make a mistake if you're doing whatever you're doing aggressively and harder than the offense is.
Has Kawhi been able to do anything on the court as far as maybe not even 5-on-5, but just practice or anything like that?
No.
What's it looking like for him in terms of when he might?
That's not a question for me.
Head coach Brian Shaw?
We're out here, he has not been a part of what we've been doing, on a daily basis. So I know the kind of company line has been that he's going to, we're going to be patient with him. So he's doing everything that he can to rehab it and strengthen that knee on his own with our medical staff, and we're just dealing with the guys that we have available.
But today he wasn't in practice.
No.
So Ty said he's going to be resting some players.
Say that again, I'm sorry.
Ty said he's resting players tomorrow. So how comfortable are you guys as the staff heading into the opener that you guys are where you want to be?
I think we're fine. in terms of that, that's a decision that if Ty said that, he hasn't necessarily shared that with the rest of the staff. But, once again, this is an opportunity in the preseason for, other guys to make their case for why they should either be in a part of the rotation or make the team, all together. And if you look across the league, there's been a lot of most teams don't play their main guys, a whole lot, usually in the first half, and then they kind of sit out during the second half. And there's been multiple games that I've seen where guys, their main players have sat out games as well. So I think that's something that's pretty common across the board.
So how do you see Norm step into this bigger role so far?
I think Norm is in a place that he's always wanted to be.
Yeah.
As a starter, and so now he's going to get what he asked for. He's a guy. Obviously, we know that he can score the ball. He's going to have to show that he can defend at a high level at that position that he plays. Because night in and night out at the two guard position, there's high level scorers. So. He's going to have to show the same tenacity that he plays with on the offensive end. He's going to have to display that on the defensive end as well.
He's done so many things, even as a reserve on offensive before, but the fact that he's starting the game, is there any sort of different mentality that he has to have with that as well?
No, I don't think so. I think on every team you have to have guys that are always in attack mode, and he's one that we always want to have in attack mode to keep the defense honest. And so, he's a three-level scorer. He can take the ball to the basket. He can shoot from three. He can draw fouls and get to the free throw line. And so that's what we're going to need him to do, especially when teams try to really, really concentrate on shutting James down.
Ty said at the last game that he's sticking with the starting lineup that started that last game. Have you guys talked through who Kawhi might replace when he does come back?
No. I think that's a bridge that we'll cross when we get to it.
Defensively, against Dallas, I think you guys allowed like 8 corner 3-point attempts. Has shutting off corner threes been like a focal point for you guys defensively in this camp?
Not so much. I can't particularly recall us, specifically emphasizing we got to shut down the corner threes. We're aware that that's the highest percentage 3-point shot, but we just want to get to 3-point shooters wherever they are on the floor and put them under duress and not let anybody have any easy open looks.
Thank you.